Hello and howdy. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to JavaScript Girl in a .NET World. Today, we're just talking about JavaScript. Twist. I know. It's crazy. I've been on going modulist for a while now. As of, let's see if I can find out. I think as of this version for sure of Angular, but I think it was like back in the 15, 14, they first started talking about it. But it is, I'm going to actually plop a link to the article. And let's put it in the chat. Just so it's in the chat. It's good to see you all. Hello. So this is an article by a good friend Mafred, who is a really great teacher. And he walks through essentially turning your Angular application, migrating it into standalone. So Angular now has an option to go module-less, and modules for the existence of Angular 2 and beyond has always been a unique thing to Angular. And whether for good or for bad, it is now optional. You can go forward without them. And I think you just have to obviously do some configuring in order to get rid of your modules. But that's what we're going to walk through today, is giving that a try. Hi, it's good to see you, Who. How are you today? It's a rainy, cold Tuesday here. How is it for you? Hopefully you're somewhere warm and sunny. All right, I'm going to get maybe night driving. I'm trying to change the background music to be less intense. It's stressing me out. Okay, let's open a terminal. We can share our screen. Let's share our entire screen, please. Just in case. So this is the article that I was talking about that I linked in chat. And I'm actually going to put chat over on the right so that I can see you. 48 and cold in the Midwest. Yeah. Yes, I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I'm feeling you on the 48 and cold. Okay. So this is the articles we were talking about. And we just need to run this schematic, changing our application to standalone. I'm doing it to show you no, I just want to go to GitHub. Alyssa, why my repos. So I'm doing it to my Kendo UI Tour of Heroes with the Ponies. I need to, so it's this guy. My branch is not protected. So it's this project, and I'm going to go ahead and fork it. Would you like to update? Yes. A friend of mine was telling me that oh my ZSH is not the meta anymore. And I was like, how dare you? I've used oh my ZSH for flipping forever. But I know tools get outdated, and I should probably be more open to try new things. Okay. So we're going to clean that up, maybe make it a little bit bigger. I don't know. CD to development, Kendo UI. And so just to show you, this is the same project from GitHub. So we need a new branch. Git checkout, what is it? -B? I think it's -B, and then I name the branch. So we'll name the branch standalone. I think that's how you do it. Git checkout -B for the branch name. Switch to new branch. Perfect. Oh, you know what I should have checked? If I'm up to date. Git status. Crap, I'm not. Okay. Hi, Code with Sean. Good to see you. I'm in a meeting, so I can't hear. It's good. I'm gonna highlight your little thing so that you can know that you are loved and be loved. Okay. What was he doing? Hide. Oh, right. I'm not at all apparently pushed up. What was I doing last? Okay, let's check it out. Let's go back to master. weird that it let me check out a branch with all my changes not staged. I guess that's not a requirement because maybe you want to stage them under a different branch. Anyways, let's serve the project and like check on what the frick I was working on last, and then we'll just push it up to master and go back over, and then we'll run the schematic, and then we'll see how hard it is to get rid of modules in your Angular apps. Just like knocked on some wood for our sake. So if you're watching this, if you're live with me today, how's your Tuesday? Mine's cold and rainy and a little less hectic than yesterday. I don't know why. Yesterday was just like everything all at once. Everything everywhere all at once. Okay, so wow, this server is taking 1,200 years. I'm going to go ahead and open up VS Code so that we don't have to wait on it while this server is running. I truly don't remember what I was working on. So let's check out what I changed last time. Sidebar component. Oh, I added new components. So I've got this like sidebar component. When it spins up, compiled successfully, I will show you what I was updating. So there's this sidebar component that like on mobile gets chunky and goes below everything. And it's where I was just adding, I think, R1 components because like in a month or so, I was trying to figure that out actually. In June, we'll have R2 where we get Kendo UI gets more components, but I was just trying to add in the latest. Anyways, so I don't think I finished that, but we're just going to push it up anyways. So let's go back over here and say get. At one point, like on my last machine, I had get st like as a what is it, like a shortcut, right? So I could say get st, and then that would like type out get status for me. And I know I'm only like cutting off a couple characters, so it's like not that big of a deal. But it was like what I would type over and over and over again. And so now I'm like, oh my God, like on this machine, I could not for the life of me figure out how to give it that alias. I tried many different ways and it never freaking worked. So now I'm like always getting this error and then having to like manually type out status again. Okay. Go over smaller, please. Thank you. Just a little bit. Okay. So what we're going to say is get commit. Or no, I need to add first. Get add -a, get commit -m, add R1 components. Oh wait, R1, I need to actually say like R1 2023 components. Currently going through DevReach submissions. So if you submitted to DevReach and you're watching this, thank you. Thank you for your proposal. We got over 500 talk sessions submitted and 218 speakers. So it's like 2.5 sessions on average per speaker. And I can bring out 30. So it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm trying to give everyone their like, and I have my team doing an anonymous eval, but I'm also trying to give everyone like a fair, amount of time of like going and watching their previous talks, checking them out, their online presence and like how they teach and stuff. But it's a lot, as you can imagine. It's great though. I love it. But that's what I've been currently consumed with. So it's exciting to get to go play with standalone for a minute. Okay. Commit. So we committed that. I guess I just need to push it up. Git push. Yeah. I think so. I added it and I committed. Updates were rejected. Ooh. Okay. So I need to do git stash. No changes. Wait, what? I need to say your branch is ahead of origin master by 1 commit. Oh, I can't stash it because I committed it. Can I just pull, or is it going to be all like, I hate you and you cannot pull? I'm assuming this is network. Like that's crazy. The pull should not take that long. Also, I have no idea how my master got out of date. That doesn't check out. All right, let's make this full screen because like divergent branch. Okay. So I hate rebasing. Let me see if I already have this open in Tower. And I'm going to make you smaller so that I can see the beautiful chat with their beautiful faces. Remind me later. Nobody's got time for you, Tower. Tower's all like, update me. Update yourself. Okay. Let's go ahead and add it in and see if this is going to be. I really don't want to rebase, but I just want to make it quickly. Okay. And I'm really confused how my master got ahead. Okay. What am I doing? I'm finding development, and then we are Kendo UI, Tour of Heroes, add the repo, open it, master. Okay, so. I did deploy it to Netlify. So I suppose that's where we diverged. Can I guess let's revert stash, pull everything down, I think is what we need to do, right? Let's try it. Revert, automatically committed revert changes. Revert. I'm like, I think that's how you do it. No, wait, we want to revert to this. Duh, we're already there. So keep changes, reset head to there. And then we're like, where are my working copy? Hi, Fuel. Just trying to get the latest from remote. Get reset hard origin main. Ooh, nice, Steven. Thank you. Hi, Steven. It's good to see you. Yeah, I apparently was an idiot and I made a change. I don't even remember doing this. I guess I was trying to deploy to Netlify or something. And I made a change on GitHub's side of things. Why wouldn't I just do it locally? So I have changes locally and I just am trying to figure out the quickest way. But you said get reset hard. I wonder though, if I did that get reset, wouldn't it get rid of my changes? Because I was like, let me see. Where is master? Get status. You can undo commits with get rebase to undo 3 commits. Ooh. So my status is your branch is up to date with origin master. I'm super confused. Let's see. Hi, Tower. All right, let's see. Master. VS Code makes this easy too in their Git tab. I know I've never used their Git tab. Open TS config. What are you? I don't care about that right now. I'm just wondering if I already, because I reverted to my head to this one, and I'm wondering if did that delete? Because I said keep changes, but I don't actually see those changes now. Different update directs. Stay in the terminal, stay strong. Fuel. I know. I usually do, but whenever a rebase, whenever it was suggesting rebase, I was like, oh God, abort. Hang on, we're going to pull in the master. Turtle! The master getter. Is that even a thing? I'm going to yell louder, so I'm going to mute me so you don't hear me. Did you just make a pun? Oh my God, that was... we're talking terminal warriors. Count me in. Highlight Jack. Okay. Oof, turn off my desk heater. Well, we might have lost that stuff forever because it might just be gone. Can I pull down from master now? Stash local changes. Oh, so it is saying there's local changes, even though VS Code wasn't highlighting those files anymore. So we're just gonna be like, yeah, stash them. Did it pull? Did it do it? God, this text is so tiny. Maybe. Let's check. Git status. Your branch is up to date. Git pull origin master. It's up to date. How do you git stash apply or something? What is the? I think it's that. Deleted. It was just a netlify toml. Yeah, I think I got rid of this. I read on Twitter that as an engineer, you have to know tmux. What is tmux? Am I supposed to know what that means? Code with Sean. Vim is like Hotel California. You can want to leave, but you can never find the exit sign. Okay. Deleted. Blip, blip, blip. Notify toml. Stashes. Okay. Either way, I think we're up to date. I think we lost that latest thing that I added to the sidebar. We did. We lost all of R1's work, but that's fine. I'll just go back. I'm gonna make like a sticky note. Because I reverted my head and I assumed it would still be there. Okay, I'm just gonna be like, add R1 stuff back. Cool. Sticky note done. All right. So let's go. We are gonna run the schematic command of ng. Make this like fatter, chubbier, bigger, bolder. And again, if you're just now joining us, we're walking through Manfred's advice on how to go standalone for Angular. Bigger. Yep. Vim is triggering me every time I accidentally copy a Linux command that uses it, said Lightjack. All right. Let's see. I don't know. Also, status. Deleted the netlify toml. I don't care. Sure. Delete it. I don't care. We need to check out a different branch, though. Don't let me do this in this branch. Apparently, we need to delete netlify file, question mark. We're going to figure out netlify and make sure we're golden there later. Origin, whoof. And then, yes. And then we're going to get checkout. And I don't need to rename it because I already created it. So we're just going to say standalone. Perfect. Now we're ready. We're ready for this amazing command. ng g, which is really weird to run an Angular generate command for something that's not like, I don't know. Anyways, Angular core standalone. We'll make it like full screen. Okay. Convert all components, directives, and pipes to standalone. I had no freaking idea it could do that already. What? Choose the type of migration. Okay. Go up to the top, and I'm going to make you like, because I still want to see chat, and I want to see what our options are. So remove unnecessary ng module classes. I wonder what it thinks unnecessary is. Bootstrap the application with standalone APIs. No, I think I want to convert everything. We're in which path in your project should be migrated. I don't know what it wants. Let's check what Manfred said. When you're asked to migrate a path, we go with the default value by pressing enter. What could happen, right? We're on a different branch, so if we break everything, this default value points to the project's root. I guess not all projects would use that. Also, I'm ready for spring. Oh my gosh, still snowy fuel? I'm so sorry. It's really cold here, like 48. What is that? For our international fans, 48. Hey, Steven. Wait, is that classified information? Never mind. That's classified information. Sorry. Fahrenheit, 2 Celsius, 8.8 Celsius here. 48, that's summer. Lols. Okay, so what happened? It said it updated my list view component, my dashboard component, my heroes component. Okay. It updated this module, that module, these spec files. Okay. Let's go see what it did. Summer in Norway. I bet it's chilly. Look at all that orange. Okay. So like my dashboard component, it added the imports. So for those of you who might be like from the .NET side of life, or maybe you're into React or jQuery, I don't know. Modules are where these imports were before. And so we talked about it on Angular last week. So if you're wanting a more in-depth talk about module lists and standalone and the origin and where we're going in Angular, etc., definitely check out last week's episode on Angular Air. It was a really good one. But essentially, like we now need to be more specific on the level that we're removing modules. So like if we're removing modules on a component level, we have to be more specific and be like, this component needs the tile layout component, right? It needs the ng4 from Angular Common. And we have like list all of those things out. But I think for JavaScript frameworks that like aren't Angular, I think maybe you're kind of used to this anyway. So I don't think this is like a big scary shocker. What else? We also put standalone true here. So yeah, we're moving away from models. Yeah, I would say honestly, yeah. It is now optional in Angular. But like in 5 years, will people be using modules in Angular? No, they won't. Why was modules added in the first place? It answered a lot of questions, like because you can have shared modules for components. So it was just an architectural decision. I would love to know if like anybody in the chat has a better answer. I know we talked about that again in that Angular Air episode, but like for me, I never questioned them because as soon as I started learning Angular 2.0, it was just part of it. It's just how you did it. It's how you package things. It's how you configured things. If we go back to, because the root module was the scary thing for me, because like getting rid of this scares me like a lot. Because like this is where you like, configure and point to things. But Mike Brocky, he was telling me that in your main TS points to, yeah, it's what bootstraps now. So we didn't get rid of our app module with that schematic command because it looks like it got rid of it on all the components, but it didn't get rid of it. I don't think it got rid of it. Let's see if it runs. Let's just see if the project runs right now. Am I still running it actually? I am, but this was such a big change. We need to reserve it. Happiness is mandatory though. A top level statement in C#. I think a top level statement in C# is like what we're moving towards without modules. Like, cause you're like, from my understanding, like top level statements are like where you're either scoping things, or isn't that where like imports will go to? Hey, it compiled. Shut up. Oh my God. Did it really? Hang on. Let's go to this one. Oh no. Oh no. Was it Santosh? Somebody on Twitter warned me. They were like, they saw my stream coming up. Yeah. And they were like, there are some bumps. It's fine. We're going to go through them together. It'll be fine. What's polyfill? Oh, God. Oh, it's for like dependencies that aren't supported everywhere. So the polyfill fills in the parts where they're not supported. A piece of code, usually JavaScript, used to provide modern functionality on older browsers that do not natively support it. So like you need a polyfill if it's not supported everywhere. I know nothing. I see that our current web app complain about polyfill from time to time. So what the frick? Let's check out this error. Actually, you know what we should do is go back to our walkthrough and see if it mentions this error. Cannot access app routing module, because I'm wondering if I have to like manually remove something and I know Mike is working on Actually, he already made a PR. Can we find that GitHub? I know I'm going down a rabbit hole real quick, and I want to look for the Angular repo and see Angular, that one. I want to see the pull request because Mike recently made one for this exact thing. Or maybe his is just for generating. Let's look up, is his name Mbraki on here? Or maybe it's just Braki. Maybe it's just Mike. For heaven's sake, Mike, what's your flipping name on Rocky GitHub? Is it just your first and last name? Nope, it's Broco. Okay. 6 closed. NG on net. Nope. Okay, well, weird. He said he opened a PR for this, but it might just be for generating, because essentially, like in Angular, you have your base module. Let me go ahead and just like give you a really Angular definition. A module is a mechanism to group components, directives, pipes, and services that are related in such a way that can be combined with other modules to create an application. That's the worst definition I've ever heard. I think of it like a bucket, and in that bucket, it's got reusable pieces. But it's different from a component, and it's different from a service. And we're getting rid of that bucket, and we're just putting those pieces back in the directive, back in the pipe, back in the component, right? So let me check his walkthrough. When asked the path to migrate, we need to press the default value. Yes, we did that. Now let's run the schematic again for the second step. Oh, we have to run it multiple times. I would have never guessed that. I would have assumed that first one, confusing. Did I do it in this one? I did not do it in this one. In G. Yeah, it's not in this one. I'm just going to copy it again. I would have assumed, dash a picture. I would assume that the first option, that first migration option would have done all of it. So let's run the second one. Remove unnecessary ng modules. We're going to go, I think, with the default path. Mike will not find a new work with that GitHub repository. Deleted. Ooh. Automatic migration step has finished. Verify manually that your application builds and behaves as expected. Right, that makes sense. So it deleted a list view module. It updated my app module. I'm waiting for the moment at which it removes my app module, but I'm wondering if there's not a schematic for that yet. We're going to find out. The output shows the shared module was removed and the other modules have been updated because I had a shared list module. Right, because with these modules, let me show you. I'm going to show you on my GitHub. We're going to go into my list view. So I think list view is the only one that I did this with. But this is a module, and this is what we're getting rid of. And it's like importing all of these things and giving them to whoever uses this module to build off of. And so it deleted that. What is our next? Please note that the import directly imports the flight booking routes. Okay. I just want to make sure. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Step 2. So we ran the schematic and it updated our app module. I'm worried that we have to like update routes manually. Reading. Let's see what step number 3 is. Our migration for the 3rd time. So you do have to do, this is a weird flow, but I'm not complaining because, oh my gosh, they could use a schematic any day over doing it manually. Okay. after this final and third one, he runs his app. So hopefully, oh my God, it deleted our app module. It's so scary. Like I said, I've been doing this since Angular 2, and I just got used to modules. I never questioned it. I never was like, why do we do this step? Like, it was just what we did. And so it was like really freaking scary. So that's what I said. Mike said that main.ts would get updated, which is what I expected on the first run through, but it didn't happen, but that's fine. And the app component got updated. So let's go. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So we deleted our app module and main.ts. What happened in there? Oh my God. Let me make it a little bit bigger so you can read this easier. So it added all the imports that were in my app module into main.ts, which is where the application was being bootstrapped, is still being bootstrapped, but it's now being bootstrapped in a more fancier, scary way. Okay, so bootstrap application app component. Here's my providers. Okay. I think this makes sense. I think I'm okay with this. Remove when your real servers, blah, blah. Okay, let's check out our app component. What changed? 2 more components. Okay. And standalone true. Okay. And now we have this imports. Okay. I think this all makes sense. I'm not scared. You're scared. Okay. I don't know. Let's find out. Just feels like. Oops. Gotta kill it. Anytime you do anything with modules in Angular, you have to restart your server. It's like at that level that it's not going to update itself. It's not going to hot reload it. It needs a restart. And like we just like, not only did we do something at the module level, but we like, removed all our modules. So it's going to need a restart. Lukewarm reload. It's a lukewarm reload. I'm so scared. Is it broken? Okay, it's totally fine. I'm not scared. Why is it still broken? Maybe it's because of my route. If I go to my... Oh, God. Okay. Well, I didn't... Okay. We're going to figure this out. This removes that module and updates the main.ts to directly bootstrap the app component. Right. Which is what me and Mike and Justin were talking about on Friday. Because to me, it's really scary to not have my app module. Like, to get rid of, like, your component modules, whatever, that doesn't matter at all. Like, sure, like, now they're more bite-sized, right? Like, they have everything that they need all in one. That's fine. But like the actual core app module, I was always like really scared of getting rid of. But we're going to figure out. So he's just going on. Mafred just goes on to bonus content. So we have to debug this error and figure out why my migration went wrong. I didn't think I was doing anything quirky or weird in this app, but fuel, that lukewarm reload's getting me. Okay, so let's find out. Let's start the Google hunt. Can I access app routing module before initialization? Is this like... I was wondering if my routes would need to change. User edit module. Oh, with lazy loading? Okay, so I'm going to go and pull up the Angular docs. Angular module standalone? Standalone app? I wonder if we had only done the first 2 steps, if it would have still ran. So like getting all of our components to be standalone, but not... I don't think it... okay. Getting started with standalone components. I like her. She's a good teacher. That was super distracting. Standalone flag, component imports, using existing ng modules in a standalone component, which is not what we want to do because we're getting rid of all of them. Using standalone components in ng module based application. Again, we don't want to have any bootstrapping an application using standalone. I think this is what we want because We want to do it at the base. An Angular application can be bootstrapped without any ng module by using a standalone component as the application's root component. This is done. So let's go and make sure our, what is this? Oh, it's a deleted file. It's deleted. I'm going to put you over on the right side real quick. Cover up chat for a second. So in the main.ts file, let's start there. I need more room for my code. Import bootstrap. And then import photo components. So our components need to be now imported, which, I mean, I could guess and say, I think that's all my components. I'm using a lot, as you can tell, of components from Kendo UI, but then I also have my own components that I'm not seeing. Hang on, let me look. Like, for instance, I have a dashboard component that is not a Kendo UI component. It is like my dashboard component. I don't see that here, but maybe this isn't the level at which those would be included. I'm wondering if that's something like this file is where it would be. So optimized router link, or maybe it's in routes. Let's check out our route file. There's nothing changed in our route file, which worries me. But maybe it shouldn't have. So our routes are like the thing that actually points to our components. And I guess nothing would need to change here because it's still like load the dashboard component when you go to the base URL, right? Like that, I don't think any of that has to change. Okay, so let's see. App routing module before initialization. Who's trying to access app routing module? Is that in main? Routing. Yes, it's importing app routing module. I'm confused. Am I up to date? I'm pretty sure my Angular's up to date. Hang on, I just want to check my version. JSON? Is this the wrong file? I'm always like, where is it? Packages? 15. I know 15.2 came out, but I shouldn't have to be on 15 because Justin Schwarzenberger, my friend, is doing a migration and he's on 14. So we shouldn't need to be on the latest, which is 15.2 right now, as of this date. So we're fine on that front. I don't know. I'm a little confused on like this, for instance, because it's pulling in, whenever we ran the schematic to get rid of our modules, it's now pulling in things like an app routing module, which or like a navigation module, like, which that I guess makes sense because like that's a dependency. But this one, I don't know why there's modules being pulled in from what I think is Angular. Like that doesn't say add Angular, but I think that like the app routing module is coming from Angular. So I don't know why it would do that. Okay, let's see. Standalone Angular. The Angular 7.2 is like really old. And then native script, this has nothing to do with that. Okay, I'm going to go back to these steps and make sure. So an Angular application can be bootstrapped without any ng module. Bootstrap application. What is the most scary JSON document? Oh my God, is this a parental pun? I really hope there's like a punchline coming. Jason Voorhees? Is this like a cultural reference that I should totally get, but I totally don't? Is that like a person? I don't know who that is. Is that a basketball player? Okay. So app routing module is being included. Import providers from. I wonder, do you think the order matters here? I really feel like though it was last, so like, I guess we could try to put it like, oh my God, so many things. It's very scary. Come out successfully. Okay. No. Moving that did not fix anything at all. And I can't imagine the order would matter. Module stop at routing main.js. Standalone card component. Did it not migrate that one properly? Why is he? Oh, so I do. Okay, hang on. So I wanted to try out standalone whenever it first came out. And so I duplicated a card component and I got it working. Surely it wasn't like the migration went wrong because I already had a standalone piece. It doesn't make any sense. Because yeah, this is my standalone card component and he was a modulus component and he was working in the application. Why are you being so grumpy? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and delete it because I'm on a trashable branch. So it doesn't matter anyways. And usually I would go when I delete something like this in my app module and make sure to clean it up. But now I have to go in my app component and clean it up? ? No, not at all. Maybe. I have freaking no idea. Find standalone. Was it? Let's just look for card because it was called not in this app or in this file. Let's search everything for card. Oh, maybe search everything for standalone. Yep, standalone dash card. So the dashboard is pulling it in. Okay, so let's comment out that card component. Comment back in the normal card component, which should also now be standalone. And then what are you doing over here? This is me including the component that no longer exists. So just get rid of that. Get rid of that. I don't think this is going to fix my bug, but I do think it was having issues with it. JIT. Okay. Was always my restart your server when you touch the modules. So I need a new saying now for Alyssa, like you touch dependencies, restart your server. What's happening? Okay, so it's angry. JIT compilation failed for ng. Whoa, we got errors on both sides. For class app routing module. Why is it yelling at me about that? Did I have something? Jokes are the best when explained. The Friday the 13th psychopath. Oh. I'm going to go ahead and delete this standalone line just so it's not commented out. And then we needed to check out app routing module. What? App routing module. Is that supposed to go away? What happens to our routes? I need somebody to tell me what happens to our routes when we don't have modules anymore. Bonus. Let's see if Manfred talks about it. Moving to standalone APIs. References several modules. There's a traditional interceptor. Moving to standalone APIs. This can be improved. Okay. These modifications, aspects, removing the imports of browser module, setting up custom logger library. Oof. Okay, this all sounds extremely painful. Conclusion. No. Yeah, this is really what I need to know. Standalone components, the router, and lazy loading. And there's an ebook. I would totally buy it, but I don't know if he cares if I if I like look up answers in it on stream. Okay. I do not want to upset Manfred. So I will try to Google it. Configuring dependency injection. Standalone components, migrating standalone change detection. Is this nestled under standalone? I freaking can't tell. I don't think so. No, I think that's side by side. Okay. So there's a schematic that talks about migration steps. So run the migration in the list below. Oh, yeah, it wants you to convert all components, then remove them, then bootstrap the project. Run any linting and formatting checks, fix any failures, and commit the results. I will fix the failures. Okay. I mean, it sounds like I'm on my own for fixing the failures. I think somebody has. What I need to do is I need to see an example standalone application to see what their routes are doing. Because I have no idea what happens to my routes. Like, that's my big question of the day. Let's see. We're going to say standalone Angular app. I know some people have one on the GitHubs. On the GitHubs. Hi, Lars. Lars is cool. Let's check out. Optional ng modules, ng module bootstrap, declarations. What do we do with our routes? I'd like to know. Alternatives. Ooh. For official Angular modules. That's what I was wondering because I'm using. Let's see. So forms, I don't think have been tackled yet. Or maybe I don't know. I feel like there's more to come in the forms world. But my app routing module, what do you do about that? Router module. I think this is talking about the one that I'm talking about. Yeah. Angular router. Why are there like 500 alternatives, Lars? Like, shouldn't there should be like here, use this instead? Like, sets up providers necessary to enable router functionality for the application. I'm wondering if you have to use this massive list. Sure, no, there's no way. The classic Angular modules can still be used and are not deprecated. Okay. Standalone versus ng modules. That's cute. Okay. Routing, Angular app, standalone. Oh, hands cold. Getting started with standalone. That one. That one's the one we want. Manfred. Hi, Manfred. Okay. Big thanks to Pavel for proofreading. Yeah, he's hella smart. Pavel's got like code on lock. The bros like logic skills are off the charts. Hello. Hi, Danny. Good to see you. And the black pill is going for React. Oh, fuel. You're so funny. Okay. Providing the routing configuration. When bootstrapping a standalone component, we can provide services for the root scope. These are the services you use to provide in your Angular module, your app module. Meanwhile, the router provides a function, provide router, that returns all providers we need to register here. Is that what Lars had? Is that what he linked to in his chart of death? Yeah, provide router. That's exactly what he linked to. The returns all providers we need to register here. So in our main.ts, we are importing our provide router. Oh my God, this is so scary. I'm so glad we're on a different branch. Main.ts. I want to like make sure I'm not already doing this. I don't think I am. Import from Angular router. Am I find the word router? No. So I'm just going to like take the entire import. I think this is what we need to do. I have no idea what this error is, but I think this is where we need to go. Import app routes from application routes. Is it still doing that? Find the word route. No. App routing module. I think that's what we need to get rid of. And then I think... Oh God, it's so confusing. Because like, then do we just turn our app routing module? Do we just like morph that and get rid of the module part of it? Mafred, the function provide route not only takes the root route, but also the implementation of an additional router feature. These features are passed with functions having the naming pattern. Preloading, debugging, okay. Tree shaken. With the discussed functions, the Angular team also introduces a naming pattern. As currently not every library comes with provide XYZ function yet, Angular comes with a bridging function, import providers from. This starts to look like Java. 41 lines of imports. It allows you to get hold of all the providers defining and existing ng modules, and hence the key for using them with standalone components. I'm quite sure the usage of import providers from will peak over time as more and more libraries provide functions. I really need to see an application that's already been converted. Import the router module. Import what you need. So like import the pieces of the router that you need. Oh, it makes me want to throw up. Lazy loading with standalone components. Oh my God, so complicated. Okay, just importing what you actually need is possible, right? We get it. In the past, a lazy route pointed to an ng module with child routes. As there are no modules anymore, load children can now directly point to a lazy routing configuration. Okay. At this point, I would take any routing configuration, lazy or not. So this is in our app routes.ts. Somehow, I don't know if I was supposed to, like if the schematic was supposed to convert my routing module. It did not. If it was supposed to, it didn't. So I need to see, this is what Mafred's new app.routes.ts looks like. So I'm going to copy his, oh my God, I don't want to manually write this, but whatever. Okay. And then comment out mine. And then get rid of the search, import. Okay, so we don't need ng module anymore. So we're importing routes from Angular router. And then he starts importing the components that he's going to use. So we're going to go ahead and copy. Do I need to? I guess we're not importing the router module anymore either. So, okay. So I'm going to get rid of his home component import, and I'm going to add my component imports. Is it angry? I don't know. Maybe it's just angry because they're not being used. And then the paths that I had are right here, which can I just use my old paths? So I had const routes equals routes or of type routes, and he has const app routes, all caps, which is probably like hella more proper than mine, but okay, we'll do his way. But let me copy my routes internally and paste them option 1. Ooh, look at these lazy loading options. Okay, so, and that's it? Where's our export? I'm confused. Oh, it's exporting it right here. Okay. I like to export it like I create it and then I export it at the bottom. I think that's a classier way of doing life. I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. So I'm gonna try, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to duplicate his because I want to clean up my routes later with proper lazy loading with standalone. So I'm gonna need Mafred's bits. So there's my routes. Who needs this constant though? Is it main? Main. Who's using it? God, my hands are so cold. Turn the heater back on. I feel like, okay, so either main or app component. They're the only two that like are low level enough at this point because we don't have a module anymore. Is it this one? Because here we're importing router link. What the frick? From the Angular router. So here we're saying, oh God. I expect that most teams will favor the first option because normally an application needs to lazy load. Right. We're going to get into lazy load, lazy loading in a minute. We just want the app to run. Environment injectors, services. Hopefully we don't have a problem with that. Okay. So it's angry about, because we got rid of that module. So main.ts line 38. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and quit tower. Main.ts 38. Right, I got rid of that. Right, I shouldn't be. Is it importing it somewhere? Oh, it is. Okay, so it's still importing it over there. JIT compilation, class app component. So it's yelling about routes, which is, this is good. Means we're moving in the right direction. Okay. Just-in-time compilation failed for component class app component. So app component. That's, no, we don't need our CSS out right now. So my app component is doing this long list of, it was doing that before this, right? No, I think that fuzzy means they added that. The schematic added that. Nothing can be harder than trying to copy some papers in my office today. I was raging. Oh, poor fuel. Yeah, I do not understand how routing works with standalone, but that's where we're floundering. So we're importing the pieces now that we need from the router. Router link active, router outlet. Okay, cool. And then what? constructor. I'm injecting. Does it have access to that? Does it know what that is? So I'm injecting the Angular core router, creating. Who is this router config? This was from like a long time ago when I needed the routes to have this stuff attached. It's like a remnant from the Tour of Heroes days. I need to just completely clean this up, but I don't know what routes are supposed to look like. So let's see if we can find. Why do you have such specific files for your routes? So this is his app routes, which is great. No, we don't care about NGRX right now. I felt like I was a Kafka novel from time to time. Okay. Kevin. Let's take a look at Angular's brand new routes. You can create lazy loaded feature modules. But mine are already created. And why would we be creating modules? Standalone APIs. How old is this? Last fall. I don't think this is going to have what we need. Hybrid approach. Router link with href router outlet. Are we including our router link and our router outlet? We are. Or am I supposed to define my routes just in this file? Do I not need a routing file anymore? Routing module. At this point, there's only one step left. Adjust our main.ts. Once we've converted our app component to a standalone component, we can delete the app module.typescript and the app routing module. At this point, okay, so I'm a little confused on why Mafred had a file. Maybe he just wanted to keep it consistent. But he had, I didn't rename this. He had an app routing.typescript file. Am I including this anywhere? App routing. I don't even flipping know. It's funny. There's just so many like module imports, but like these third party like Kendo UI like has to create a moduleless version for us to use. So that's why we have to import those. With router config. Let me go back to Mafred's. I lost Mafred's article. I don't know what accent that is. And we're past that bug. Migration is as well. Okay. So did you route provider standalone routed feature? if this file is not supposed to exist anymore. Okay, we're gonna find, was this his article? Yeah, this is Manfred. We're gonna make this a little bit bigger and we're gonna make the text a little bit smaller. Routing and lazy loading with Angular standalone components. Okay. Providing the routing configuration. When bootstrapping a standalone component, we can provide services in the root scope. Which in my main TS, we do have these things. The function provide router not only takes root routes, but also the implementation of an additional router feature. These features are passed with functions having the naming pattern with preloading, with debugging, tracing. Okay, so using router directives. Yeah, so this is where he has his app routes. Okay. Environment injector services for specific routes. Setting up your environment. Export const routes. Basically, the environment initializer provides a function when the environment injector is initialized. The flag multi-true indicates that you can have several initializers per scope. Manfred. A, I will be obviously downloading your book. But B, I wonder if there is a GitHub. Let's see. I need to see an app. Components application. Brandon Roberts. I know that name. I trust that name. This project was generated with Angular CLI. Oh, I could have tried just like generating an app that was standalone to look at. Okay, so we've got inside the app, we've got an app component. We do have routes and a route component. Mother of God. Why is this happening? Okay, so this says import the providers, import the routes, import the module from store. Okay, so then you're exporting your routes as expected. And then we go to, was that what we were just in? But this has a module. Okay. And this was 14, Angular version 14. So it's definitely not what we want. Try again. How about this first one? What version? Bump Angular material from 14 to 15. But what version is your Angular? Version 14. Which given was like when you could first do this, but do you have modules at all in your application? So we've got an app component and you're importing the router module here. Standalone is marked as true. I'm not seeing. Somebody has to be responsible for your routing. Main. Does main have it? There it is. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to freaking move it into main. And try to make it work in main. I don't know why the migration didn't take routes into consideration, or maybe it did, or maybe my routes were just so janky it couldn't do it. I don't freaking know. So my routes here I'm going to pull this down here. Okay. Copying that, saving that. We're going to go into this web file. This is main. Going to go into main.ts, and we're going to find a place to shove our routes. Okay. It looks like before you bootstrap the application, you define the routes, and then you slap them in the providers. Oh my God, Danny, you have answers? Sorry, the text is so small. Bootstrap application. Okay. I think that's what, hang on. Let me go. Bootstrap application. And then you said app component, and then you have providers. Right. And so YouTube comments, so helpful. Okay. Providers, provide router. Let me make this like go over there and be bigger, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. That goes against everything you believe. So Danny, you're saying I think you're saying what I was about to do, but I don't know if it's already here, is what I was wondering. I don't see it. So we need to find provide router. I think it is including it because it was like up here. Router. Yeah, because it's importing it. Oh, I'm importing it, but I'm not using it down here. How confusing. Catch error, console error. So you're saying in our providers, we just need to put the provide router and pass the routes in there. And I guess it could come from a different file. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I wonder if it ever has mattered the order of the stuff you're providing. Hang on. Wasn't this? Yeah. So my app routing module was being provided, but now I need to replace that with provide router, I guess, like Danny said, and then routes, which we made a const, and it was all like angry and yelling at people like app routes or something. Hang on. I got to go back up to before the bootstrap and paste the routes. That was all like angry and like app routes, route. And then, oh God, I really need to like make this stuff. Okay, it's super pissy. Import provide. Just do it. Just import it. Stop yelling at me. Oh my God, everything's like, I did the command period thing and now it's yelling at me and I don't know why. Am I supposed to end in a comma? Doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Okay, let's go see what broke on the import because that's got to be where things just went wrong. Okay. Why Angular is so angry? I'm not sure something changed in 15. We're going to flip and find out. Why is Angular so angry? More like Angular. Okay. I want to see. So it's saying I have the error that I'm not importing provide router. So I was going to go up here to I am importing provide. I am importing provide router. Did I like put this in the wrong place or something? So I'm inside of the providers. Import providers from. What the heck is this line? I'm gonna just put it at the very beginning because I don't freaking know why it's yelling at me. Is the hanging comma okay? Or is it gonna get pissy? Seems fine with it right now. So Danny, did you have it? App component providers. Yeah, you just had it right inside of the providers array, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna put it here. put a comma. I think I was like nestled inside of something weird. I don't know. It's just like the longest list of providers my life has ever seen. Okay, it's yelling at these components, but I think it's just because the path is wrong because I moved it from the routing file, which is that inside of app? I don't freaking know. Let's try putting like a or I'm gonna have to look it up. Okay, so it is inside of app. I have a small example. I'll help you. Okay. But I can't share a link. I'm sorry. I know. The freaking tubes. Can I like Google your GitHub and then I'll find it? Danny. It is not on Twitter, on GitHub. I found you. NGX, Newswish, how to handle. Tell me the app name and I'll find it on your, well, if it's on GitHub. Okay. What was I doing? I was doing something. Oh, right. So it's upset about this path. What I'm going to do is just like copy the relative path and then just kind of massage it until it's not yelling at me anymore because I don't know why it's so angry. Because yeah, we are inside of main.ts, which is like are we inside of app? Oh, wait, no, we're inside of source, but we're not inside of app. So we're parallel to app. So from here, we would need to go drill into app is the first step. Can I just like do that? Whoops. No. What's app doc? Twitter. I shared a link on my DM. Nice. I'm going to open it up on my phone in case there's any sensitive Twitter DMs that I don't want to share on live stream. I DM a lot of people. Okay, Danny. Oh my God, thank you, Danny. I'm gonna copy the link. Copy. Okay. Now we'll go back over to that's not the browser we want. That's not the browser you're looking for. Hey, can I put this out there? I can. I think I put it out because I'm on Twitch too. So I think I can put it out on I think Twitch. I'm gonna just do this and then I'll share it on the screen so you can like screenshot it and grab the link. If you're watching this and you want Danny's amazing flipping article. Whoops. I was gonna go over here. Scroll down. Okay. Hide. To modulus. Okay. This one. Oh, with main TS, we're going to do some changes. Okay. Platform. I wonder if this was already done when I used the schematic. Platform.browser did I mean bootstrap app module catch error. First remove the platform browser dynamic. I think she might already be there. Maybe. Hang on, let's find out. Platform. Oh, why are you still importing? Well, it's underlining it, so it's not using it anymore. So we'll just delete that squiggle. Okay, thanks. It's also not using preloaded modules because I'm not doing that yet. So let's just get rid of all the pieces I'm not flipping using. And that, and that. And then let's go see what Danny's article says about life. Okay. Now, final code looks like the provider we use in the function provide to use blah, 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 blah. So we've got, right, provide router, which is now working, I think. I just have to fix my path to my components because I plopped in Import routes from Angular router. Do I? Yeah, let's do this. Routes. Why are you yelling at me like that? It's just so grumpy. Maybe it doesn't need it. Maybe I don't need it anymore. Well, I'm just like defining it here. I'm saying, look, you're a type of routes. Why are you so angry? What did you do, Danny, in yours? You didn't. Oh, lowercase routes from app routes. Okay. And then you use that to type it? Question mark. Let's see. Let's try. I think that's where you put your routes. And I'm just declaring mine inline, which I think is fine. I don't know why it's so grumpy about this. Alias type routes is equal to represents a route configuration for the router service. Why are you so angry? So here we're pointing to our routes that we're defining here. It's odd that it's yelling at the import when I'm using it to type. I don't know if I can ignore that. I just need to fix this, and then I can think we can move on to the next error. So I need to figure out dashboard components inside. So all of these are inside of, all of us are inside of source, and then inside of app. Frick, how do I do this? Why won't you? Can I just, there's no way I can just say no. Source code. Let's go check out his source code. So he has a main TS file. I don't see a route file yet. And then here he's doing import providers from. Am I doing the import providers from bit? I am. So should I move my routes inside of that? Let's try. You're so grumpy. Okay, let's go see what he did. Providers, imports, providers. Oh, wait. Wait. What? That's with a module. Okay, so that was old school way of doing it. So we're gonna move this back. Go away. So this is still with modules. The GitHub code is 14. Oh, okay. Okay, so I think I just have to fix this path, and I don't know how to fix this path. Dashboard. Maybe if I just copy the whole thing, which is going to be really, really ugly. And then we're already in source though, so that doesn't make sense. I do not know. The blog was updated 15 using the provider route function. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I think the provide router is like working. I think I just have to figure out how to import my components. Can I import my components? Let me see. Maybe I don't need the extension. Oh my God, it was because the extension was on there. That's so sad. Okay. Well, that's good. We have a way moving forward. So we're going to copy the relative path on all of them, and we're going to paste it in here and get rid of the source with a dot and get rid of the extension for all three of these components. And then we can move on and we can see what fun, where's copy relative path? I lost it. There's fun new errors await next. Or maybe figure out why it doesn't want to import routes. Get rid of the extension, add a dot. Oh, we can leave the source. I'm going to leave source because I don't know. I like it. Okay. Why are you so angry? Represents a route configuration for the router service, an array of route objects. Okay, so I think I can fix this by using an any, and I don't know, maybe? Or does it not even need me to import it? Oh, I'm importing it down here. This doesn't make any sense. Hang on, if I get rid of this one, because I was trying to just like be kosher and like, it was mad because I was doing it twice. Oh my God. Okay, it's fine. I'm not going to be grumpy. I'm going to be happy. We got this. So my fears were realized. It was a mess. Migrating. Getting mainly, you know, as I had some friends who, like Justin Shorty, he's doing a migration with 14, like Danny's app, and he is doing it with components and with like directives and things, but like he hasn't done the main app module yet. And so that's where I was like worried because I was like, oh, it's gonna be a freaking headache. And it was a headache. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully though, it actually runs now. Let's find out. Okay, so we are still getting an error. Compilation failed for component, app component, constructor router. What are you yelling at me for? My app component? What are you doing wrong, app component? Are you pointing to? Oh, right, because I'm doing this weird crap with the routes. I don't want to do this anymore, and I don't think I need to do it. Yeah, I'm just, because again, that was like leftover from a bygone age. I'm just going to get rid of it. And if I need to do it, then we'll figure out a clean new way of doing it. Why am I importing all of this? This component doesn't need any of that. Right? Or does, oh wait. Do I need to import like router link and stuff here? I don't know. Let's leave it, I guess, for now. I think if we make changes in our app component, we need to restart the server. We'll find out. I'm out of water. Compiled successfully. I'm almost out of coffee. Constructor this.items. What are you mad at? I don't understand. It was this. Those items just used. Yeah, these items are just used for. I don't think I need any of it. I don't know. The app component needs to be compiled using JIT compiler. What does that mean? But Angular compiler is not available. I've never had the Angular compiler not available. What did I do wrong? Okay. Alternatively, the JIT compiler should be loaded by using bootstrapping. Maybe missing an npm install. Do I have to do that? Oh my God, do I have to do that, Danny? Seriously? Like, oh my God. I should probably try like wiping my modules and doing a fresh install. 5 vulnerabilities. Oh my gosh. I always have so many vulnerabilities. Who knows? Just try. Yeah, I know. I didn't even think about that though, because like, well, like, because I was walking through and I just used the schematic because I'm in 15.1 and I'm trying to think, like, did it? Oh my God, stuff is loading. We're getting errors, but like, Danny for the win. Oh my God, stuff is loading. You can see components. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Thank you, Danny. Duh, npm install. Oh, you're so beautiful. It's angry at, okay, Kendo UI things, which is fine. Hammer.js, again, a Kendo UI thing. I can figure that out. But I think the Angular part is now done. So I had this, yeah, thing. It's not loading data. I had the Ponies because I'm using the in-memory data service to fake API calls with this demo. And I have it configured to, oh no, I had it configured. Oh no. Is my app module gone? Like gone? Or is it like, can I still look at it? We're going to go look at it on GitHub because that configuration is the reason. Oh my gosh. I don't know why it keeps loading that. That one GitHub project. That configuration is why the application is not loading its data right now, because I'm potentially using some, but our freaking app is working. Thank you, Danny. You're amazing. Okay, let's just go look real quick at what I was doing in my, because yeah, this in-memory data service is, I'm hoping, I'm hoping I can use it without modules. Okay, so app, where the frick is my app module? That's my routing module. There it is. I don't know why it was evading me. So if we scroll down, you can see this line right here, where I am providing the delay on my data and it's loading. Where does all this stuff go? Like what? Whenever I converted my app, I mean, I know there was like a really long list of imports in main, so I'm assuming all of this, but like, did it import the HTTP client? Where is it? This one. Did it import that? Did it? Yes, it freaking did. And it put the delay in there? Oh my God, it's already in our main. Why is it not working? Data encapsulation false. Let's put it to like 0. Let's set no delay on the load. Did I restart my server after the install? Hang on, let's try again. So it did move that stuff over to main.ts with the schematic. It did. I'm very impressed right now. I also have no idea. Like, I'm failed to load the 404. Okay, let's figure out why. Do I have time to debug this today? It's 2:40. A little bit longer. I can go a couple more minutes before I have to get back to DevRage. Okay, so in-memory web API module. We should be able to use modules because we've proven already that, like, for instance, if we go back to the application and look at what it's loading in, it's like loading in the list box component, right? Like, and you can see the list box component, you can touch things and like it functions. So that means it's loading in a third party thing, which in this case is Kendo UI, and Kendo UI's components are using modules and they're being imported in this disgusting list of module imports. So like it is working with modules. So we know that that's possible. And so that we know that it's not because in-memory is a module. Why Port providers from. Why are you not working? Okay, let me see. What was our error? Our error. Just getting 404s. I wonder if it's because Hammer.js is not loaded. Hammer.js is for charts. So I remember getting a Hammer.js. Thank you again, Danny, if you're still watching. You're beautiful. I remember getting a Hammer.js thing earlier, and I think what I did was I stopped using whatever needed it because I didn't have time to fix that dependency. So I'm gonna I don't think Gantt is a chart. So if I stop using charts and we get rid of the chart module, is somebody gonna yell at me? Who needs charts? Am I actually using a chart somewhere? Hammer.js, Angular charts. For app heroes? No, that's for the above line. Bum, 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 bum. I need to find out if I actually have charts in my app though, because I think it would be in probably here. No. Yes. No. Chart. It's not in here. Can I actually search the whole app? I'm worried because I think charts in Kendo UI they're not going to be called chart. Heat map chart. There it is. So the heat map component. Let's go back here. So the heat map component, who is being pulled in? Where are you being pulled into the dashboard? The dashboard. Heat map. There you are. But you're commented out there. Are you being used anywhere else? I don't think so. Okay, well, let's go ahead and I shouldn't have to restart. And I'm wondering also if this could be, you need comment gauge. You need to comment gauge.module. Do I? Let me see. Did you serve? Yeah, you just served. Okay. Gauge. Are you in here? Yeah, there you are. Can I find you? Okay. Delete you. I don't know if I'm using you anywhere, but we'll find out. I think. I do not know why Hammer.js is so jank. Did that reserve that quickly? Oh no, it didn't. I was like, good lord, good lord. Okay, so we've got issues. It is known, but let me see. Hang on. I want to see if I can freaking just get past this one bug. Right, the optimized image directive. Right. There's so many little pieces that are not happy. Why are you angry? Angular.io example is not allowed. Because we blacklisted that. Is that going to change things elsewhere? I'm sure it will. I'm sure everything will blow up. Hammer.js is missing. Is it missing? I thought it was yelling at me because it's not loaded. Fine. Let's do the really sucky, painful thing. NPM, what is that line? It's like I'm gonna have to open freaking Keynote to get this stupid npm line. Or it's like remove, no, rm dash. Well, okay, we're just gonna open up Keynote because I know I have it in Keynote. I know it's silly. I've got it bookmarked in there in a slide. Should I have this memorized? I should have this memorized. Do I have this memorized? I do not have this memorized. File, open recent. It's gonna be, I think that one. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. And we go up to, I'm talking about dependencies. This one. Ha! This one. We need to remove our node modules and our package lock. Then we need to run this npx command, and then we need to run the npm. Are we still serving? So we're going to remove our node modules and our package lock. We're just waiting on it to do that. I guess it's a chunky node modules file. I don't know. It took flipping forever. Okay. Then we're going to run our npx command to update all of our, which this one's not so much needed. I should probably check updates for all of them, actually, not just progress ones. I say it's not needed because CanDUI doesn't yet have an option that supports like modulus for them, for their side of things. So that would be really the only reason to, but I guess we're getting the updates anyways, bruh. Okay, and then npm install. We'll see if that fixes it. I really need to figure out the data service issue, but maybe this will fix it. I highly doubt it. I also need to update to 15.2, Angular 15.2. I probably should have updated to 15.2 before doing the migration. I definitely need to write a blog post though about this experience, because when Googling migrating to standalone, I did not get a lot of results that were current. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and clean up things. So we're closing the Keynote. That's running the npm install. Let me go and double check our project. She's all red and beautiful because she's installing. It's taking a hot second. But I think once that is done, let's see. If in-memory data service is still giving us guff, then my next step will be like trying to remove that and seeing if I can get it to load the data without it. Like I shouldn't be having, I'm assuming it's just dependency problems and not modulus problems, but I think we're going to call it for today. Thank you, chat, and those of you who helped me and stopped by, the well wishes. I'll be on, I'll push this branch up so you can check it out if you'd like. And then I will be on, I think next week, talking about ABL, like OpenEdge, and like, it's like a backend language. And I'll be on with a couple of friends, but I will see you actually next Tuesday. We're doing a diversity inclusion stream, which I'm really excited about. And it's about bias in code and why it matters, like why diversity on your team matters and how bias in code creeps in. And so I'm really excited. It's going to be a 4-hour stream. So it'll be next Tuesday. And then the Tuesday after that, we'll be on for the back end stuff. So I'm excited. I was going to see if this would like run for you before I hopped off. She's downloading as fast as she can. I'm working in production with CanDUI and Angular 15.1.5. Nice. Nice. 15.2 shouldn't be a big deal. deal, right, Danny? Like just to update from 15.1? I don't think so. I hope not. I need to go do it. The loading bar is so close to finished. You can do it, loading bar. You can do it. Are you ready? Definitely, it says found 0 vulnerabilities, so it's definitely like better than last time where it was like 5, right? Like, I knew it. What's it saying? Let's make this full screen because I don't know why it's yelling at me. Oh yeah, it's because I changed the target because I was getting that error. That's my bad. That's my bad. I'm just gonna go change it back and it can yell at me. And I will eventually figure out how to change the name of my project in my JSON file. Is she gonna serve? It compiled. Let's find out. Compilation error for app component. That's new. Well, I'm gonna figure this out because I'm sure I've done something wrong on the dependency side, and then I'll push it up to the standalone branch here if you want to check it out. Alyssa Michelle, kind of UI Tour of Heroes releases. But yeah, I'm really super glad I got to mostly. Oh my gosh, I know. Raw. I got to mostly get through. I'm gonna remove my bits so that we can talk. I got mostly to get through migration. But thank you, chat, for hanging in there with me. And that is all. That is all for this rainy Tuesday. But I hope your afternoons or your mornings, whatever time it is for you, go smoothly. But yes, mwah! I'll see you all next week. Bye.